Second instruction from branch group is jump conditional address. Here address is given. It means if the specified condition is satisfied, if the specified condition is true, then only you have to take a jump, then only you have to abrupt the normal sequence of the program, terminate normal sequence of the program, and you should start executing the program given by second and third byte of the conditional jump instruction. Again, I am repeating the same part. Here first you have to understand what do you mean by program counter. Program counter holds the address of an instruction that is to be executed. It is 4-digit hexadecimal number split up into two parts. One is program counter high and second one is program counter low. Because address is given by 4 hexadecimal digits. It is stored in program counter high and program counter low. This is 3-byte instruction. First byte of the instruction is operation code. Second byte of the instruction, that is byte 2, goes to the program counter low, and byte 3 goes to the program counter high if specified condition is satisfied. If specified condition is satisfied. The addressing mode is immediate. This is 3-byte instruction and flags affected none. Here the explanation is given. If specified condition is satisfied, then only control is transferred to the memory location whose address is specified in the instruction. It is given by byte 2 and byte 3 of the instruction. Otherwise, program executes sequentially, continuously. Let us take one example. Here, a program starts from memory location 2000. One instruction is there at that memory location. When that instruction gets executed, program counter becomes 2001. Here program counter high equal to 2000, program counter low equal to 201, and program counter points the memory location 2001. That means the instruction that is to be executed is from memory location 2001. That instruction is 1-byte instruction. Suppose add B instruction gets executed. That means content of register B added to accumulator and result is stored in accumulator. After execution of that instruction, if carry flag is generated, after execution of that instruction, if carry flag is generated, then the control is to be transferred to memory location 60A0, and from that memory location whatever instructions are there, that instructions gets executed. Again I am repeating, after execution of add B, program counter becomes 2002. The instruction that is to be executed is jump carry. That means if carry is generated, then the normal sequence of the main program is to be abrupted, it is to be terminated, and the instruction given at memory location 60A0 and onwards gets executed. But if condition is satisfied, that means if carry flag is set, then only the contents of program counter changes to memory location given by byte 2 and byte 3 of the instruction. Here A0, 60. If condition is satisfied, you have to take a jump to memory location at 60A0, and from that memory location the instruction gets executed. That means if condition is satisfied, then content of program counter changes to 60A0. But if suppose condition is not satisfied, whatever the next instruction after that gets executed, that means the content of program counter becomes 2050, because this is 3-byte instruction. It occupies 3 memory locations, and to the next memory location the instruction is at 2005. That instruction is XRAA. That instruction gets executed. That means if specified condition is satisfied, then whatever the number given at byte 2 and byte 3 of the instruction, that number get transferred to the program counter, and from that memory location whatever instructions are there gets executed one by one. But suppose the condition is not satisfied, the next instruction from the main program, which is at memory location 2050, gets executed. That means content of program counter becomes 2050. We are having total 8 conditional jump. We are having 5 flags. Out of that 5 flags, jump instruction is there on 4 flag. On 1 flag, jump instruction is not there, and that flag is auxiliary carry flag. On auxiliary carry flag, jump instruction is not there. And on 4 flags, remaining 4 flags, jump instruction is there. That is 0 flag, carry flag, parity flag, and sign flag. On these 4 flags we are having jump instruction. JNZ, that means if 0 flag is reset, then you have to take a jump. JZ, if 0 flag is set, then you have to take a jump. Jump no carry, that means carry flag is 0, then you have to take a jump. Jump carry, if carry flag is set, then you have to take a jump. JPO, jump odd parity, that means if odd parity is there, 1 is present odd times, then you have to take a jump. Jump on even parity, that means if 1 is present even times, then you have to take a jump. Jump plus, that means if answer is plus, sign flag is 0, then you have to take a jump. Jump minus, that means if answer is negative, sign flag equal to 1, then you have to take a jump.